I'm Rachel Conrad for 2 Egg TV. Today we're here in Abbeville, Alabama, on the trail of legendary Huggin Molly. The legend of Huggin Molly is one of the best known ghost stories of the American South. It is centered here in the charming city of Abbeville, Alabama.
They even celebrate Huggin Molly today, as you can see on the signs as you arrive in Abbeville. It's a great image here of her chasing a young boy who was out later than he should have been. The story that's told around here is that Huggin Molly would roam the streets of Abbeville, and if she encountered young people out after dark or later than they should have been, she would run up, give them a giant hug, and scream in their ear.
The legend actually has its roots deep in the traditions of Ireland, where many settlers of this region lived before moving to the United States. The earliest appearance of the ghost in the South was in nearby Phoenix City.
The story that was told there appeared in the Columbus newspaper in the late 1800s, and over a period of several weeks, the newspaper described encounters with a ghost in Phoenix City that they described as being of the Huggin Molly variety. That means that it was a ghost that was dressed in a long shroud or long gown of some type and was appearing at night.
By the end of the 19th century, Huggin Molly was creating terror not only in Alabama, but in other states as well. One citizen of Louisiana even began imitating the ghost, just so he could hug pretty women.
Yeah, in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, they had this great story. It was a Huggin Molly. She would come out at night. She was dressed in the long shrouds and gowns, run up to particularly the pretty young women or the pretty girls of the town, grab them in a giant bear hug, and then run away.
The ghost found a permanent home in Abbeville during the first years of the 20th century, and she remains there to this day.
What is really interesting to me in the Abbeville case is that this story has continued for well over 100 years. People continue to tell this story. You still encounter people who say that at one point or another in their lives they saw Huggin Molly. Now they're a little camera shy, but there are people around who say that they have encountered this strange ghost roaming the streets. There is probably a moral to the story, and that moral was it was a lesson, and many of these old ghost stories are kind of preventative in nature. They include a story or a drama mixed with a little bit of a safety warning, and in this case it was a safety warning to young people and kids. You shouldn't be out after dark when you should be home in bed. So be careful, don't go out after dark or Huggin Molly will come and grab you and scream in your ear.
The legend is celebrated by the famed Abbeville restaurant Huggin Molly's, and by the spirit of fun in which local citizens tell of their encounters with the enormous Huggin ghost. So when you come here to Abbeville, Alabama, keep your eyes open. You never know who's waiting to give you a big hug. I'm Rachel Conrad for 2 Egg TV.